Hello, and we are back with part two of Union Slam Wrestling. So all that I've done is just sort of skip forward to the day that our event is. I did a little bit of looking around to see why we were struggling so much with our finances. And in the world view, the world state, you can see that our economy in the UK is 12 and falling, which isn't great, but wrestling industry is on its way up, so that's gonna help a little bit. That'll bring more people into the shows, I think. I think it also increases the rate that we can gain popularity as well. So we need this to start coming up, but there's not really anything we can do to affect this number. It's just sort of a background number. So yeah, we'll have to attempt to just play and see where it goes. So let's get on to just booking the first show here. Um, they have a backstage incident involving Ruby Reese. Oh dear. Right, so how are we going to handle this? Let's just fine her for now. Nothing noteworthy has happened. Okay, that's not terrible. Not great that she has already had an attitude problem on show 3. We don't like that. Let's go book our main event, where this time we're going to have Cassiopeia versus Ruby Reese in the main event. And we're going to have Cassiopeia take the win for that one. Yep. And let's go an angle. Let's have Cassie and Ruby at an angle. No, let's do this. Let's do. Not Ruby Reese. I don't want anyone there. And let's make that 6 minutes. Okay. This match is going to be Tia Davis versus Spider Sacco. How are both of their brawlings? Can I make this a wild brawl? I think I can do that. That might actually make the match better. Okay. And then final match of the night will be Blair Kerrigan going over Maisie Laurels. Who's taking the win on this? I think I'm going to give it to Maisie based solely on the fact that she has 70-star quality, which is higher than Blair Kerrigan. So, sorry, Blair, but Maisie's Maisie's got a lot more upside just based on that. Okay, and let's add another segment. Let's give this one to you two. Scripted and 6 minutes. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and run the show. So kick off with the angle, nice solid 24 rating on the segment. We will absolutely take that with these two. They aren't like the most amazing workers, but nevertheless, they have put on a nice number here. So, and then run their match. They have good chemistry, which is nice. Lifted the quality of the match up to a 26. In about that had decent wrestling but little heat. Maisie Laurels defeated Blair Kerrigan with a draping DDT. We like to see it. Tia Davis versus Spider Sacco. This is the Wild Brawl match. That looks like it's helped a lot. 35 rating. We will absolutely take that. In a bout that had decent wrestling but little heat, Tia Davis defeated Spider Sacco with by pinfall with the flying elbow drop. Okay. And then Tia Davis has a nice little segment afterwards where she's improvised well throughout the segment. So that is nice. 24 rating as well. And then the main event, bout that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. Cassiopeia defeated Ruby Reese in 12:59 by submission with a Scorpion Deathlock. Segment rating of 31. A match actually carried by Ruby Reese, who is also getting better at her gimmicks. So that is really nice. And we finished the show off 29 rated overall for the show. I don't think that beats my first show still. So I think the first show I put on was still better than this one. Let's just try and let's see. There you go. Just try and make Ruby Reese more happy with me. Hopefully we can bring her morale up, and that might stop her from making some backstage incidences. I really hope. Oh, Spyro Sacco now resides in Southern England. That's huge for us because I'm pretty sure we only pay her like, what are we paying her? 20 per show, and now she lives in Southern England, so I don't think we have to cover her travel expenses either. So that's really nice. That's going to save us a lot of money going forward. Let's see, we're still working on our merchandise. We're up to 20% on that, so that's going to be helpful. So far, we're 397 in debt, but we still do have 2 full weeks to simulate through. Let's go to the end of the month. Hopefully, we still cut a profit. I think our size, the increase in our size, is going to just bring more people to the show. And I also believe it brings in more sponsorship money. The more popularity across all of the game regions that you have. So, in theory, we should make more money this month than we did the month before, and we should also be spending the same amount on our worker costs, which overall should bring our money up. We are thinking about it, actually. We are also upgrading our merchandise, and I don't think we did that at all last month. So that could also factor in. But that's only a few hundred a week. And I think before we ran the show, we were slightly cutting a profit. But all we can really do to find out is just simulate it forward and see what the numbers come out at. I also think we need to start looking at bringing in more workers soon, because I'm pretty sure we've almost had everybody wrestle each other once. So bringing in maybe 1 or 2 more workers could, especially some better workers, or just bring in some more young people to keep them cheap, and start working on their attributes, stats. I don't know if the game actually gives like a definitive word for it, but yeah, stats, attributes, skills. Is it skills? I guess it's skills. Yeah, I mean, it's right here in front of me. Why am I questioning it? It says skills here. But yeah, if we bring in a young worker, they will just increase these fundamentals and these primaries. Even their mentals and performance skills can go up just by being used, and the more use they get, the quicker those will go up. So we took over to the 1st of April, and let's have a little look. Black Diamond relocated. Did she get a job? No, she still didn't get a job. Has she wrestled any? She has wrestled a few times, actually. She's looking like now. Can I see this? Basics have gone up a little bit. It's the selling, man. The selling is a real issue. She's got good charisma, good star quality. Like, she's very good on the microphone. She could easily get herself over. Primaries aren't terrible. She's definitely someone we should look into picking up. Let's check the finances. Oh, so we lost 1,300 last month and are actually in the negatives. That is That is a lot. We would have lost 311. Uh, we are losing money like crazy. Maybe we need to stop the merchandise upgrading. Where are we? 40%. Man, how much is it going to upgrade? 10% every week. So we still need to do up to the next show. The show after the next one. Oof. But maybe we kind of committed to it, and the economy is still falling down to 10 now. That is really bad. That is not going to help us at all. Popularity's up to 12, so we should start earning a little bit more sponsorship money every month, but hey, it's not coming up that high, is it? Man, I need to... It's so hard. It's at 40%. If I stop it, do I lose progress? I don't want to click this button. If I click this button, do I lose all of my progress? I don't actually know. I've never had to click this button before. Okay, you know what? We'll go into debt just to get to the next level of merchandise. But the game world economy in the British Isles, surely it has to start going up soon. Like, it's not gonna... There's a limit to how low it can go. Like, it can, I think it can go down to 1, and we're pretty close to 1 as is now. So surely it turns around soon. I don't know how often it updates. I don't know if it's monthly, maybe weekly. When we get to the next show, we'll check it again. It was at 10 at the start of this month. Oh, that's bad. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm worried about that because that could. I mean, I think we can be in debt for like 18 a month, or if you're in debt from when you start a company, it doesn't matter until after the first 18 months of it starting, something like that. So I'm not overly worried because I think if we just stop the merchandise upgrades after the next one, that will at least slow the bleed of money. I think it's worth the risk. In the long run, it's definitely worth the risk because once that starts to turn, having upgraded our merchandise is going to add to the growth. I think the amount of money people spend on merchandise maybe is that connected to the game world? It doesn't say that it's connected to the game world. But I think that would affect like the amount of people that can afford to buy tickets to your show. But we run the free shows anyway. You know what I didn't check? I didn't check if everybody was available. Luckily, I moved the show so that it was in the middle of the month. So if I got to a day and somebody wasn't available, I could just move the show. Let's check. Did I already check this beforehand? Okay, yeah, we can do this. I feel like I checked this already. Yeah. All right, I didn't need to worry at all. How are we looking finance-wise? We've made $102 so far this month. And yeah. Game World, how are you looking? Ew, it's down to 9. Is it going to go all the way to 1? Hmm. Well, let's find out. We're committed now. Okay. Oh, another backstage incident. Please be a good one. Oh no. Oh, Ruby Reese. What are you doing? You're so good. And now she's unhappy that I find her. Fucks. Oh, it's so annoying. Who is she? Oh. We might have to look at getting rid of Ruby Reese and replacing her with someone else. Okay. All right, let's just move on. Book the show. Main event's going to be Tia Davis, Maisie Laurels. Should be a nice match. That'll go 15 minutes total. Let's give Tia Davis the win. Just set this all up standardly how I would like it. Oops, press the wrong one. Decisive. There we go. Let's give Cassie another angle. Going to script her again there. Then we'll go Cassie versus Spider. This will be a car crash. Yeah, I'm happy with. Could I make that a brawl? Cassie's brawling isn't great. Spider's brawling's good though. Cassie's brawling isn't great. Another match. Final match of the night. It's going to be Blair Kerrigan versus Ruby Reese. I want to give you a couple more minutes. What are we going to go here? Should I go Steal the Show? I don't feel like Steal the Show's a good idea. Let's go. Let's use Mayhem and bring it down a minute. Yeah, we'll use Mayhem. The winner is going to be. I want to give it to Ruby, but she's caused problems 2 shows in a row. Let's give her the win just so that she's happy with her booking. Hopefully that can fix her morale issue that she has. Book that match, and I will give her an angle with Blair to start the show. So we'll do that angle straight into a match. And I'm happy with that. Yeah. Let's kick it off. Oh, I forgot to script them. Damn, that's on me. That is on me. I should have scripted them. Did I script Cassie? No, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to go into this one. I did script Cassie. Okay. Oh, that's bad. Decent match though. Ruby Reese picks up the win over Blair Kerrigan by pinfall with a head kick. Segment rating of 27. Pretty even ratings from the pair of them, but Ruby ahead again against her opponent. I think she's gotten better ratings against everybody apart from Tia Davis at this point. In about that had decent wrestling, not much heat. Cassiopeia defeated Spider Asako in 10 minutes 13 by submission with a Scorpion Deathlock with a nice segment rating of 26. Cassiopeia was the 26. That's a good rating from Spider Asako as well. That's nice to see. And Cassie with the 34 on her promo. That is also really nice to see that she can cut promos alone. And then in the main event, in about that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. Tia Davis defeated Maisie Laurels in 12 minutes and 58 seconds by pinfall with the flying elbow drop. It got a segment rating of 35. And Tia Davis had the in-ring performance of 42. So again, another really strong rating. And that's our best show we've ever put on. Is this potentially our best match? I'm not sure about that, but that's definitely the best show that we've done at an overall rating of 32. We will 100% take that. 100% take that. Let's give Ruby Reese some encouragement. Hopefully that will fix the morale issues she's probably got. I haven't checked, but she does probably have morale issues right now. He's still losing so much money, but there's not a lot that I can do about that right now. Okay. So Cassiopeia is actually our most over worker right now. At a grand total of 8, mind you. But yeah, she is our most over worker. She's been working in EWA. She has been working in EWA. and losing to Cat and Maisie Laurels in a cage match. Jeez. Beating Blair Carrigan. All right, let's just move on. Need to think about hiring some more workers, but I think I want to do one more show and get over that hump where we're still upgrading our merchandise, which should be at like. I'm just gonna go to the next show. That should be at like. It should be done by the time we get to the next show, which will be really helpful because we'll get the increased boost from actually selling the merchandise. Um, and we also won't be losing the money that we're spending upgrading it right now. I also think it's time that we introduce a title belt. Because we don't have one at the moment. We don't really have much reason to have one. But if we're going to expand the roster as well, maybe bring in somebody like Zofia Jankovic just to add some more legitimacy to the roster. Because she's a really good worker that we could also get quite cheaply. Works in EWA as well. Bring her in, someone like Black Diamond, maybe a couple more young workers. And if Ruby Reese keeps causing problems, then Ruby Reese is going to be out the door, and we'll try and replace her with somebody with a bit of experience as well. But it's been 2 weeks in a row, or sorry, not weeks, 2 months in a row that she has caused issues for us. And she's been the only person so far. I don't think we've had any positive interactions either. Oh, it's currently hailing outside my window. It's crazy. In April as well. What is going on, man? So I've got a match. I think the last round of everybody facing everybody at least once is this month. And the main event is going to be, I think, undefeated Tia Davis versus undefeated Cassiopeia. So maybe we introduce the title for this match. Now, I have a logo for it, but when I tested it and checked it out, I noticed that the dimensions are very wrong on it. So it looks weirdly stretched or squished. I don't know which, but it doesn't look right. That's not how the image actually looks. So obviously it's a dimensions thing. Uh, so I'll have to edit that down at some point. I don't know when I'll do that, but I'll have to change the dimensions on that. I'll still use the image to start off with. It's just gonna it's gonna look horrible. So I'll I'll use the image and we won't look at it for a long time until I remember to either fix it or click on it and go, oh crap, I didn't fix this yet. Okay, now we're into week 2. Hopefully the merchandise is all done upgrading and we won't have to worry about that for this show. Well, all the way up to May of 2020 now, so that's really nice. And I'm going to check the game world too. I didn't think about that. I'm going to check the game world when we finish moving forward, or fast advancing, I think this game calls it. But once we're done, first thing we do, check the game world, see how the economy is doing. Because at this point, it's probably either at one or it's going back up. Let's hope it's going back up because we are in a big financial hole that is just getting bigger. This should be merchandise being done. Nice. Tia Davis and Krug the Executioner. Kruge the Executioner. This fella, they're now dating. That's nice. Okay, one of the people that we have on our shortlist got an offer from 5-star. So that might cut them off now from being hired. But that's a future issue. Let's see. Come on, Game World. Oh no. We're down to 6. But we have finished the upgrading on the merchandise. So now, what do we get for that? We get $3 per popularity point per region each month on the mail order side, and $1 per fan in attendance at shows. With our shows, what did we get? Where is show history? It's over here. We had 94 people at our last show. Is that our last show? That is our last show. So it is going up every show. We're at 94 for the last one. So at the last show, that would have been $94. So it's not massive, but it obviously helps. And over time, it's just going to help, exponentially. So let's move on. We'll book this. Actually, no, before we do, let's create the title. Let's go. Where is it? All the way down here. Yeah, of course, because it's alphabetical. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, so the dimensions are really weird. I need to edit it, but that's the general gist of the title. It's very busy, but you can't really see it clearly because of the dimensions on it. So that will get changed. So don't worry about that. What was I going to call this? Was I just calling it like the World Championship or? Yeah, just Championship. Okay. Okay. And we want it to be primary. And let's create it. So now we have our title belt and we're going to crown our first champion on this show. And I've already decided who's getting the belt. So let's book the show from top to bottom one last time. This is going to be storytelling, open, scripted, decisive, but I'm not going to show you who's going to win this one. Yep, that's fine. I will change that in a second. I'm also going to give them both the angle right before the match. Then we're going to have, I believe it's Maisie versus Ruby Reese. This can be a wild brawl. I'm going to give it to Ruby Reese. Mainly because I want to fix any morale issues she's going to have. And she's also going to be a good first challenger to our... Oh, sorry about that. But she's also going to be a good first challenger to our first champion. So, let's give... the angle here. And in the last match, we will also give Blair Kerrigan the win, I believe. Okay. So I'm just going to blank this for a second. Uh, and blank that. Right. Let's set this up. Okay. All right. So I've booked the winner of the title match. The one thing I'm not going to show you right away, I'll let you guess who it's going to be. But I've got some ideas in mind going forward with both of these guys. So and they will inevitably clash again over the title at some point, you'd imagine, considering how small the roster is. So we'll kick the show off with a match between Blair Kerrigan and Spider Sacco in a decent bout that had. Sorry, in a bout that had decent wrestling but little heat, Blair Kerrigan defeated Spider Sacco in 9:46 by pinfall with a top rope leg drop. Again, pretty good in-ring performance from Spider Asako. Segment rating of 25, so we will 100% take that. That is really nice. We'll move on to the angle from Blair Kerrigan. She hit a segment rating of 20. That is fine. I don't think she has the best performance stats, but we will take that. And then in a bout that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, Ruby Reese defeated Maisie Laurels in 11 minutes 12 seconds by pinfall with a head kick. Segment rating of 25, which isn't great, but Ruby Reese did have an in-ring performance of 26, which dragged the whole segment up. So again, Ruby Reese performing well. Segment isn't amazing, but there isn't a lot of depth at the top of our roster. I mean, we don't have a lot of depth in our roster full stop because there's only 6 people in it, but yeah. Now we move on to the promo between Tia Davis and Cassiopeia just before the main event. They hit a segment rating of 29, which is nice. And then in the main event, oh, that is not great. In a decent match, Cassiopeia defeated Tia Davis in 13 minutes and 15 seconds by submission with a Scorpion Deathlock. Cassiopeia wins the USW Championship and becomes our inaugural champion of the company. But her and Tia Davis not clicking does change plans that I did have. I was going to have these guys eventually face again in a rematch, probably before December, maybe in December, which is why I'm thinking about adding more people to the roster because I need more opponents for people. But that does change things. But I will work around that. If anybody has any ideas, again, or any other people they think I should pick up, it'd be really handy to have those now because I did not expect this. And we'll finish the show overall rating of 31, increased our popularity in one region, and we'll finish the show. But man, that note is not great. Man, where are we financially after that? I mean, we've made more money on the merchandise this month. Our sponsorship money does appear to be going up, but we're 2,399 in the hole right now, which isn't amazing. Let's check our size. Size is up to 14 now, so that's really good. We're getting close to hitting the tiny threshold, so that's always nice to see. Let's check overness right now. So 6 for Blair Kerrigan. Cassiopeia is a 9. She's also our champion. Maisie Laurels on a 6. Ruby Reese on a 7. Spider Asako on a 4. Tia Davis on an 8. So Tia Davis and Cassiopeia are our 1 and 2 in terms of popularity, but that popularity is essentially nothing. So, yeah. All right. Well, if you guys enjoyed watching, and again, if you have any pieces of advice to give or any recommendations for workers to take a look at, we're probably going to start things off next episode by, where is this one? Here it is, shortlist. By taking a look through these guys and picking out the ones we haven't signed yet that we'd like to sign. So it's looking like Zofia Jankovic is probably one we're going to pick up. I like the look of Black Diamond, so I'll probably pick her up too. And then I want either one or two more younger workers just to fill out the roster, which could be Aki Camille or maybe Duplicate because she's also quite good by the looks of it. But that's where we'll start next episode off. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.